Brenda, the governor, of course, was elected by Nairobians. Nairobians did a series of course, searching before they settled on him. There were so many candidates, and he beat all of them. So, and his leadership style is something I think Nairobians have liked for a long time. Remember, in 2010, he beat a PNU candidate and an ODM candidate to become member of parliament from Makadara, became senator with a lot of votes, and he became governor now. So I don't think Nairobians have a problem with the kind of leadership the governor has demonstrated over the last few, months has been in office as governor. And of course, I know him at a very personal level. He knows how to consult, he knows how to lead. And governance is not a joke. It's not a small kind of thing to do. So I think he's doing well. Nairobians are happy. And the issue of deputy governor should not arise anywhere, because when you look at the constitution, the duties performed by the deputy governor are the ones allocated to him or her by the governor. So in the absence of a deputy governor, it's not such a big deal. And remember, the governor does not govern alone. He has a cabinet, he has advisors, and other officials who help. So it's not like the absence of a deputy governor can lead to, a deficiency or a problem in service delivery or governance.
Mr. Oye, you've mentioned the part that he has people who advise him, and you're one of his political advisors. So as we speak right now, can you tell us whether the governor has intentions of getting a deputy?
Of course, the governor has intentions of getting a deputy governor. And there's been a process, of course. We began with about 16 candidates. We narrowed down to 2. And I think in the near future, we're going to have a deputy governor. And remember, the absence of a deputy governor is not a serious problem that can lead to, issues with service delivery. But again, the governor is keen on having a deputy governor, and in a few days, we'll have a deputy governor in place.
All right, let's talk about your statement. You said that the governor is a man who likes working very closely with people, but of recent, we have seen him fire people that he thinks are not ready to, work with him in terms of loyalty. What did you have to say about that? Because let's look at as early as September this year, we've seen several executive members being fired.
Now, I don't think it's about loyalty, it's about service delivery. And every single time the governor has sent someone home, he's come up with a reason that is, of course, viable. For example, if you suspected of having embezzled money, you have to pave way for, investigations. And any time you cleared, you always come back to office. So he does not do it because he does not like people, or he does not do it because he likes firing people. He does not just wake up and say, you fired. There has to be what we call credible allegations against an individual, and then from there, action is taken. So the governor takes time, he consults, and if he feels like, someone has to pave way for investigations, that happens. Recently, there was, of course, a member of his staff who was sent away. Investigations were carried out, and he was found not to have made any serious, mistake, and he was brought back. So
but Mr. Oye, let me cut you short. Okay. Would you say that about the recent firing of some of the CECs when it came to that Pumwani investigations, because the CECs came out, contradicted what the governor had done, saying that whatever the governor did, it's something that usually happens at the Pumwani hospital, holding babies, dead bodies before they're taken to the public mortuary.
Brenda, there's something we forget. What the governor did when he showed up at Pumwani, he was misled. He was told there was only one body of a baby. When the counting was done, there were 12 babies, so there was lying there. Deception was there. Then again, those bodies were supposed to be transported to Pumwani 3 times, I think 3 times a week. They were not transported, and there was no credible explanation as to why they were transported. The governor was not concerned about the presence of those bodies there. It was about lies. And the Pumwani has been a problem for a very long time. So what the governor did actually had a lot of popular support from Nairobians. So when they came out and said the governor was playing politics and contradicted him, that was, in fact, a letdown, not just to the governor, but to Nairobians.
All right,
Pumwani has to be streamlined, and what the governor did was okay.
All right, let's listen into what the minority leader at the Nairobi County Assembly has to say. That is Peter Imotok. And Honorable Imotok, you've heard what Abel Oyeyo, the political advisor of the governor, has to say about the leadership style. But you have been one person who's been very critical about Sonko's leadership style.
Yes, it's true that I've been on the front line to advocate for proper leadership in the Nairobi County government. And I want to remind the advice of the governor that this is the right time to remind us that the governor was elected with a popular vote, because we all know that the governor was elected with a popular vote. 1 year plus down the line, reminding us every and then that the governor was elected on a popular vote. It's not an issue. The issue now is about governance and leadership of the county, and which I've been always saying it is wanting at a particular point. And I also agree that the governor himself as a person might have a challenge in terms of advisors who surround him. More in particular, the Constitution requires that a governor must have a principal advisor. And the Constitution envisages that the principal advisor of the governor is the deputy governor. And that's why you see in our Constitution, when there was a lacuna in law, how a deputy governor position can be filled in case of absentia or the resignation of a deputy governor, the Supreme Court gave advisory, which was very clear, that the governor has 14 days to nominate another person. And I've always stood firm and said Nairobi is not having people who are less to take this position. But we are not coming out really to speak. Why is the governor not nominating the deputy governor?
So according to you, Honorable Imwatok, lack of a deputy governor has affected the leadership style of Governor Mike Mbuvi Sonko?
Principally, yes, because Nairobians elected Mike Mbuvi Sonko in the premise that it is a political connotation, and at the same time, he has a principal, economic, business-oriented minded in the name of Paul Kapigade. That's the premise upon which Nairobians gave Sonko a popular vote. And maybe by lack of Igave in the system and the coming of Oyeyo and the types in the system who are not really inclined to do what principally the governor's office should be, it brings an issue. But also we are saying that even in the structure of the governor, the County Government Act is very clear. The composition of the CEC membership is composed of the governor, the deputy governor, the CC members, and the county secretary of the sector of the committee. In the absence of the deputy governor, principally, there's no principal advisor who is also attached in a way political to the governor, who can tell the governor, hey, my boss, there are issues here. I feel under the oath that we took together, we should do this way. The way the governor can listen to the principal advisor of the deputy governor is not the same way he can listen to Oyeyo, who is the political advisor.
All right, let me just get in. Honorable Imwatok, let me cut you short and bring in the political advisor of the governor, that is Abel Oyeyo. You've heard what Honorable Imwatok has said, the sort of advice that you give to your boss.
I think Imwatok has a problem because every single time he shows up here, he complains about the lack of a deputy governor. And remember, this is a second time MCA from Makongeni who actually watched as Kidero and Mweke ran down the city. And the governor is doing so much and working so hard to turn it around. So once again, we all understand, of course, that the governor is a process of getting a deputy governor, and it's not a big deal. What I think Nairobians are concerned about is service delivery, and so far, everyone is satisfied. The other day, you know, guys came from all over the world for the Blue Conference, and they were satisfied. They were heaping a lot of praise on the governor. Look at the beautification process, which he is actually, put in place using his own money. He's not used county money to do that. Look at the way Nairobians now can access water. It's not a big deal anymore. Look at the way Nairobi is, now clean. So it's not an issue of deputy governor and all that and the noise that is being made by some disgruntled, MCAs. It's about what Nairobians wanted done when they were electing governor. And it's happening so far.
All right. Now, allow us to take a short commercial break here, and we shall be right back with this conversation. And, of course, the last word, sentiments of the political governor's advisor is that Kenyans are satisfied with the leadership, or rather the governance of Mike Mbuvi Sonko. Is that true, or is it that